What is up, everyone? Random Hobbies channel here, back again with another video. One thing that I really enjoy doing is cooking, and to me there is nothing better to cook on than good old cast iron skillets. I only have the main skillet I used was an Amazon Basics 12-inch skillet, which is made in China, which with cast iron, there's a whole bunch of companies that made or currently make their skillets in the US. So to have a Chinese piece, it's pretty frowned upon. So with that being said, I was out, at some thrift stores, Goodwill and whatnot, and at Goodwill I found this skillet right here. It is a unmarked, there's no label, but it's made by a company called Lodge, which is like the main skillet brand that if you go to Walmart or Kroger and you look for cast iron skillets, you'll probably definitely end up finding Lodge skillets. However, this is very, very old. This is from about the 1940s. 12 bucks at Goodwill. This is really good condition for how old it is. It just needs a little bit of a cleanup. It's just got some light surface rust here, and it's a little bit over seasoned here, so I'm gonna have to scour that out. And I went to like a thrift store type deal. I found this. It's I've never seen a skillet with a wooden handle before, but it's an 8-inch skillet, and it's made in Taiwan, so not US made, but it was only $2, so I could not pass that up. Very smooth surface. Oh yeah, that's one thing about old skillets is the surfaces and the cooking surface and all that is very, very smooth compared to a newer piece, especially a Chinese made lower quality piece like this here. You see how bumpy it is, and it's pretty rough. This is a Ozark Trail. You can see right there, stamped China. This one, it's made in Taiwan, but it is also a very smooth piece. It's a bit sticky, it needs cleaned again. This is obviously made in the US, I believe in Tennessee. Very smooth cooking surface. Also, I picked up this. Again, it's not a US product, but this is actually gonna be, once I clean it up, it's gonna be for my mom to use at her place. The brand is called Classic, and it's from Korea, which is better than China, I imagine. I feel like Korea would be a bit more respectable. And it's also got a very nice smooth cooking surface. There's this I may stick in the oven and put it on the cleaning mode, which just gets it super hot and just burns all this old gunk off of it. It should turn out very nice. But the main star of the show that I'm going to be focusing on in this video, I'm going to probably not really film these, especially these two, because these just need some cleaning and reseasoning. The main star of the show is this big boy right here. This is a number 10, no, what is it? Can't really see. Number 10, Wagner Ware skillet, made in Sydney, Ohio. And this is a piece. This is a piece from pre-1960s, and it's not in the best condition at all. This is definitely gonna probably end up in the self-cleaning oven as well, to get all this junk, maybe hard to see, but to get all this crap and all this flaky junk off of it. And also it's got some rust basically all over the place. This will definitely require the most attention. Got it for $10 though. Couldn't pass it up. It was in the corner of this stand behind a globe. and it looks like it'll be a fun project to tackle. I may have to take a wire brush to it or something, but I'm not sure. So without further ado, let's jump right into this, see what we can do. I'm gonna wash it up, just see what I can get off by hand, and then make a judgment from there. So yeah. All right, so we've got the Wagner in the sink, and we are going to put a little bit of water. The water just shot at me. This is a little bit leaky, but just gonna put a little bit of water in the pan. And just pretend that that's not leaking there. And then pour a little bit out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some coarse sea salt, and I'm just gonna pour it all up in there. A lot of it. That'll be an abrasive agent. And something that whenever I was researching, kind of confused me, but people swear by it. Half a potato. You're gonna use this end and you're just gonna scour it all. It's weird, I know, but I mean, if it works, it works, so let's get right into it. I already see how nasty it's getting, but still a whole lot left on there. I've also got a scouring steel wool pad I switched to. Alright. Not seeing too much improvement there. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot. We're starting to get at it. I'm starting to see a little bit, but you know, I may just have to keep trucking at it. I'm gonna try a dry scrubbing this time without pouring any water in there. Maybe a bit hard to see, but I'm starting to see a little bit of black in there. I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to maybe take this to a wire wheel. I don't think this salt's gonna do a whole lot, but what I wanna do before that is I do wanna get this dried off, and I wanna stick that into the oven and put it on the auto clean setting along with some of these other skillets, and let it get real burning hot and just scorch all this crust, all this old flaking seasoning that you see. All of it just crusting right off. It'll scorch all that right off. It should flake right off. All right, I've got the Wagner in there and the classic skillet in there. I'm gonna close this up. Gotta move this, lock it shut, because this will get very, very hot. And we're gonna turn it right there. All right. Now, it should be like 4 hours or so for this. So, it's gonna be quite a while until I get back. All right, so it's the next morning. It's like 11 something o'clock, because when I started the video, it was around 9 o'clock, and I let these skillets sit in the oven for like 4 hours. And then once the 4 hours was up, I woke up, turned it off, went back to bed to let them cool overnight. So let's see how they look. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get a closer look. What are you barking at? Okay, be a good boy. What are you doing? You're gonna be a good boy. What are you barking at, silly? There he is. Okay. since Cooey wants to be in the video, here he is. As you can see, a whole lot of junk. Oh, sorry, just realized you couldn't see anything. A whole lot of junk has crusted up. And it'll be easy to scrub that off. That's exactly what we were going for. Tried putting down a little cookie sheet to catch most of the flakes and stuff. That didn't really work that well. But I'm satisfied with this result. Should make things way easier to clean these up. Alright, so they're still warm, but they're not like too hot to handle. Let's see, let's pull out the classic skillet first. Look at that. All that stuff just flaked right off. All that old caked on seasoning and gunk. I'm gonna put this in the sink real quick before I start flaking it all over the floor. Look at the inside of that though real quick. Look at that. Now we're gonna pull out our Wagner skillet. Alrighty. There's the bottom of it and the actual, I'll tap some of this gunk out for flipping in there. Not quite as flaky as the other one, but the other one had much more gunk on the inside. Steel wool thing. Just to, yeah, look at that. Flaking right off. I'm starting to see some steel. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's pitted or anything too bad. So this should be a smooth restore. Pitting like under surface. Sounds like vegetable. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any cracks or anything. And as you can see, just from putting it in, we've already gotten pretty much to bare metal. And once we get the rest of this rust out of here, this one should be straightforward. Just season a few times. Go from there. Alrighty, look at that. Mostly down to bare metal, very smooth surface. I'm not sure if it was originally this smooth or if someone may have smoothed it down because the edges don't quite feel as smooth as the actual cooking surface, so I don't know if that's original or not. Got a bunch of rust water in there. Not as much as the other ones, but there we go. Looking better. Still got some work to do. It's not going to be. This one's had a little more damage than this classic skillet here. Scrub it out with a throw. Starting to see some metal right there. Looking real nice. I think if we just keep going at it with the Brillo pad, maybe some salt and potato. I still don't know why you have to use potato, but that's what they call for. And get the inside real nice, and then the outside. Now you can really see Wagner Ware, Sydney, Ohio. Starting to come out real nicely. Brillo pad, on the other hand, seen better days. Getting there. Looking much better. There's a little bit of pitting going on this side, but most of the surface is still in very nice shape. Still going to be very usable. All right, that through several rounds of scouring and scrubbing and rinsing, that looks very, very nice. Still gonna probably do a few more rounds of scrubbing and whatnot until the water stops turning a velvety color. But now I've got to work on the other side. Shouldn't be too bad. Inside wasn't bad at all. There is little bits of pitting going around the outside of the skillet, but it's not anything severe. Had this skillet sat in its former state for, oh no, basically had no changes done to it within 2 years or so, I'd say it'd be unrestorable, or there wouldn't be a point in fixing it because it'd just be too pitted. But the rest of the surface is looking very nice and very smooth. It's just this area. So I'm gonna scrub the outside and the rest of the inside for both skillets and dry them off, and we'll go from there. I've just concluded scrubbing with some salt and potato, and this is what it looks like right now. Dried it up a little bit. This could honestly, this is about as good as it's gonna get. I'd say it's ready for seasoning. We just still got to do the other side and maybe try to clean things up a little bit. But I mean, that is pretty much bare metal right there. I'm not seeing any rust or anything. It's looking very, very nice. I'm just glad that metal underneath was in pretty good condition, except for this little area over here. But that's nothing to worry about, especially when you've got a 50, 60-year-old skillet. It's been sitting rusted for who knows how long. But I'm going to work on the other side. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Work on the other side. The other side's not looking as good as the inside, but it should be just as easy as the inside. And for the classic skillet, it's also looking very nice and looking like it's ready for seasoning. The outside is also looking pretty nice. Just gotta clean up the sides a bit, but the bottom is also looking like it's about ready for seasoning. So I'm gonna clean up the sides. First work on the Wagner, but I'll get to this and we'll be ready to season both of them. So I finished scrubbing the pans and I put them in the oven at 200 degrees just to thoroughly dry off the pans, the skillets. So we're going to take them out now. I'm gonna put this up to about, I'll do 400 degrees. Let's take a look at him. Here's the Wagner. There it is. Looks very nice. About ready to season them. Very happy with how it came out. May do a little bit more scrubbing just to see if we can get some of this brownness out of here. But it's looking very good. And for the classic skillet, kind of looking the same around the outside and on the inside. I'm gonna do some more scrubbing on these, put them back in to let them dry some more, and then we'll season them up. All right, we've got the skillets nice and dry. Put them in the oven for a little bit just to get any excess moisture out. They still look a little bit brown, but once they get the oil on them and they get seasoned, that should be just fine. It should go away. Now, what I use to season my skillets are like bandanas, because they are lint free. You don't want to use paper towels or something, because the lint will rub off onto your skillet and get baked into it, and it's not very good. So get something like this. These are actually these were sewn into face masks, but we don't need them because we actually got like proper ones. So I just use them to season my skillet. You need two, one to apply and one to wipe. Lots of people use lots of different things for seasoning skillets. What I find that works best is olive oil, standard, just regular olive oil, not extra virgin, because that is a lower smoke point and it doesn't really do well. So get yourself something like this. That's what I've used and it's worked the best out of what I've tried. And just gotta get your olive oil, open it up, and just pour some into the middle of your skillet. And get your one that you use for applying and just rub it all over. Alrighty, save that for our other skillet. Greasy hands. Now you're going to take your other one and wipe it all off, because you want a thin layer. You don't want a super thick layer, because if it does, it won't all bake into the skillet and it'll make it sticky. So you want to make sure you get as much off as you can, but still leaving enough for there to get baked into it. Okay, then we can go ahead and put that in the oven for about an hour. Oh, missed a spot. There. Put that in about an hour. sure when you put it in, you put it in upside down. Alright, now we can move on to this one.
Psych!
Alrighty. It's been over an hour now. About, I'd say, I don't know, hour and a half. And I've let them cool off to where you can take them out and handle them. So, without further ado, I'm going to pull them out right now. And this is just after the first round of seasoning. I am going to season them a few more times off camera. So, let's pull out the classic skillet first. And here comes the Wagner. Definitely looking 10 times better than originally. This is just after one layer of seasoning. Cooked on there very nicely. Alright, and let's flip the classic. Again, seasoning is nicely cooked on there on both sides. So yep, I'm gonna apply some more oil on, put them back in the oven, and yeah. Alright, so after seasoning once again and letting them bake in the oven and letting them cool off again, we're gonna see how they look after the second round. So, still a little bit warm, so I'm gonna grab my glove here. And, there we go. Here comes the classic one. There we are. Looking good as new, honestly. Looks very good. Looking very nice. On both sides as well. Looks basically just brand new. Little bit of stickiness in there. May have to bake it for a little bit longer. See if it goes away. But it's nothing major. And here comes the Wagner. Here's the back of it. And the inside. Again, a little bit here. But I mean, that is feeling brand new, and it's looking brand new too. Feels very nice, very smooth. These are probably ready to do some cooking now. I'm extremely happy with how they turned out. Sorry, my dog's rubbing on the floor back there. This is just where there was some excess oil, but it looks like it's baked into it because it's not feeling sticky anymore. But I mean, it is way, way, way different than when I first got it. Same with this one. These are looking very nice. These are ready to cook in for sure. Next projects are going to be the mystery Taiwanese one with the wooden handle and the old 40s Lodge. Those obviously won't be in this video, but yep, this is all restored and back to normal, except for of course the little pitting that's going on here, but still very usable. And the one thing that you should always cook first after stripping your seasoning or restoring a cast iron like this, first thing you should cook is alright, so I'm editing the video right now. As you can see, dog is laying there and got cables and crap all over the place. And if you're asking why I don't have a mattress cover, which I'm sure you are, because that's the top priority right now, it's because I just kick around in my sleep a lot, and I just always kick them off, so no point in having it. But I realized that after this bacon scene thing, I actually didn't film anything else to like conclude the video or anything. So, yep, that's the video. They turned out very nice. I'm very happy with how they came out, especially for that being my first time doing any restorations or anything. I'd definitely like to maybe collect some more, or maybe find some old ones at like flea market and stuff, fix them up, restore them, and sell them or something. Um, I'm probably gonna upgrade from just using the steel wool, because there was a lot of footage that I edited out and it still ended up being like half an hour long, so I do apologize for the length, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're watching this, then I'm assuming that you made it to the end, so congratulations on doing that. And I'm tired. It is 2:10 a.m. I want to go to bed and upload this in the morning. And I also have another video that I'm going to need to edit, that it's actually the footage from May, so yeah, but I just figured out how to get it on my computer because I'm slow in this stuff. But yeah, don't want to keep this on too long because the video is already half an hour, and I'll send you guys out with some video of my dog.